Thank you for joining Trial Watch with Demetra. Here we take trials in the headlines and not only watch them, we discuss the court happenings, share our thoughts and perspectives as the legal proceedings unfold. So pick your seat, get comfortable, and become a voice in the Lit Lane jury box. Here on Trial Watch with Demetra. The state of Georgia versus Leilani Simon. Here's a timeline of events. On September 7, 2022, police report shows Quentin's mother called police after a reported domestic dispute with his grandmother. Quentin's mother did not press charges. Quentin's grandmother told police on scene she was thinking about kicking her daughter and her boyfriend out of the home. September 8th, 2022, the following day, Quentin's grandmother, Billie Howell, filed paperwork to evict the couple. It's important to bear in mind these incidents happened before the disappearance of Quentin Simon in October of 2022. Maybe signs of things to come.
Today sadly marks day 6 in the search for Quentin. The 1-year-old's mother reported him missing last Wednesday morning, and WTOC investigative reporter Max Dieknight breaks down what we know so far.
Police have not revealed much about their investigation, so we got to work and requested as much information as we could get our hands on. Police and court records paint a picture of a tense, divided home in the weeks leading up to Quentin's disappearance. We know Quentin was living at his grandmother's home off Buckhalter Road with his mom, her boyfriend, and his 2 siblings. Quentin's grandma had sole custody of him and his oldest sibling. Let's start with this police report from September 7th. It shows Quentin's mom called police after a reported fight with Quentin's grandma over laundry. Quentin's mom did not press charges. The grandma told police on scene she was thinking about kicking her daughter and her boyfriend out of the home. The next day, September 8th, she followed through, filing this paperwork to evict the couple. She says her daughter got that paperwork 2 weeks later, around September 26th. Separately, 2 days after that, on Wednesday, September 28th, Chatham County Judge Lisa Colbert ordered Quentin's mom to start paying child support for Quentin and his older sibling. Again, Quentin's grandma had sole custody of both children. That order came exactly a week before Quentin disappeared. And then on October 5th, police say Quentin's mom reported him missing. Police say the boyfriend was the last one to see him around 6 a.m. that morning. Chatham County Police have not named any suspects in this case. Make sure to stay with WTOC for updates.
October 5th, Quentin Simon is last seen at 6 a.m. At some point in the morning, Quentin's grandmother says his mother, Leilani Simon, called off the babysitter. Quentin was reported missing around 9:30 a.m.
Buckhalter in reference to a missing child. Mother had called 911 advising that when she woke up in the morning, her 20-month-old baby boy, Quentin Smalls, was missing from his pack and play. Quentin was last seen wearing a light blue Sesame Street t-shirt and black shorts or black bottoms. So we got here as quickly as we can, trying to assess the situation, trying to determine, the nature of why Quentin was missing. So let me try to get ahead of some things or some anticipated questions that you may have of me. We've located the biological father. He works very north of here. We don't believe he has anything to do with it being a custody thing or anything like that at this point. We have not determined whether or not it is an abduction or kidnapping. Therefore, we did not issue an Amber Alert. That is a requirement of an Amber Alert, law enforcement has to be have that belief that an abduction has taken place. So currently we're interviewing all parties involved to the extent that we can. They've all been cooperative so far, and we're in the business of interviewing them, securing a search warrant for the residents so we can do a more invasive search. Officers did do a cursory search of the residence to see if the child may have been hiding or something of that nature. We did not locate the child in any of those spaces that we thought perhaps that a child could hide. But we would require a search warrant to do a more invasive search, so we're in the process of doing that. We also, I think there was a question asked whether or not we had any prior visits to this residence. We've only had 2 calls for service here in the last 2 years. They were not of a missing child or anything like that. So just for the sake of context, I do want to thank all of the agencies that have come out here and assisted the Chatham County Police Department. As you can hear, we got mosquito control up ahead of us in the helicopter doing an air search for us. The Savannah Police Department mounted unit has come out to assist us. Chatham Emergency Management, the Liberty County Sheriff's Office came up with 2 deputies, 2 canine officers. They're out with their bloodhound trying to do a track to see if there's anything of value that we can. Concerned citizens of this neighborhood have showed up, participated, or are participating in a grid search out here in this geographic location. So I'd be remiss if I didn't thank all of those individuals and entities for being out here. Chatham County Sheriff's Office is out here, so much thanks to Sheriff Wiltshire for lending his staffing out here. This is a fluid situation. All things are still possible. We don't have any concrete belief in any one theory or any one thing. So we're very concerned about Quentin.
October 6th. Police confirmed they have obtained a search warrant for Quentin's grandmother's home, where he was living. Two days later, on October 7th, the Chatham County Police released a tip hotline for Quentin's case. Chatham County Police Chief Jeff Hadley says they are still searching and foul play is not expected. On October the 10th, police searched the home again and drained the family's backyard pool. WTOC learned 40 FBI agents were assisting in the search. This was followed on October the 11th, when the police announced they had seized evidence they believe would help move the case forward, and a criminal investigation is possible. Sadly, it was the very next day, October 12th. Chatham County Police Department and the FBI notified Quentin's family they believe he is dead. Police named his mother, Leilani Simon, as the prime suspect in his disappearance and death.
Breaking news tonight out of Chatham County. Chatham County Police believe a 1-year-old Quentin Simon who has been missing for a week is dead, and his mother is now the prime suspect. They sent this tweet out less than an hour ago saying, quote, "We have named his mother, Leilani Simon, as the prime suspect in his disappearance and death, but no arrest have been made and no charges have been filed at this point." Quentin was reported missing exactly 1 week ago from his home on Buckharter Road in Chatham County. Several police agencies, including Chatham County Police and the FBI, have been searching for him and investigating this case. We've also seen a lot of support from throughout the community and beyond this past week. Alyssa.
October 13th, police hold news conference with the FBI. They confirmed Quentin's body has not been found, and his mother is the only suspect at this time. No arrests have been made. October 18, 2022. The Chatham County Police Department, FBI, and other agencies begin the search for little Quentin Simon's body at the Chatham County landfill. Chatham County Police Chief Jeff Hadley said the department believes Simon's body was thrown into a dumpster and then unknowingly disposed of at the landfill. The specific landfill is the one off of Little Neck Road near El Scottsdale
For
Park.
joining us for the news at 11, I'm Dawn Baker. Our continuing coverage continues tonight on the search for the remains of 20-month-old Quentin Simon. He is the toddler who went missing 13 days ago from his home in Chatham County. Several agencies will now be searching the landfill daily off Little Neck Road near Interstate 95. Police say the operation will include a team of searchers from the Chatham County Police Department, the FBI, along with dozens of support personnel. WTOC's Alyssa Jackson was near the landfill today and has the latest from police.
Right, the video is showing right now behind me law enforcement agencies searching through the trash to find Quentin Simon. We were there when the search started and today when they finished. Police say they know the exact area where the baby's body is. They have their suspect, his mother, but they still aren't ready to make an arrest. The recovery and heartbreaking search of a one-year-old baby is happening. Law enforcement no longer believes Quentin Simon went missing. They are trying to recover his body in a landfill.
We believe that he was placed in a specific dumpster at a specific location, and it was brought here by regular means of disposal.
The words no one wanted to hear, disposal. And all eyes are still on his mother, Leilani Simon. Last publicly seen running out of a juvenile courthouse following a custody hearing for her other two children who are around 6 months and 3 years old. The mother being pursued as the primary suspect is a drastic change from 2 weeks ago when she called the police.
Plaintiff advised her one-year-old son is missing. She woke up, her door was open, advising he's unable to open the door. I think someone came in and took him.
Police and FBI specialists from Quantico are now going through trash in the landfill to find the one place they think he is. It's weighing heavily on a community who just learned his name 2 weeks ago.
Little kids, you know, they get your heart. They get your heart.
As a memorial for baby Quentin grows, they can't help but question how someone could throw away their child.
There's just a lot of sketchiness.
While updates and new information have so many on edge.
Where I'm standing before you 6 months from now talking about a flawed investigation or talking about why we did this and why we didn't do that.
Law enforcement wants to have a solid case for prosecution. They know that means the community will be pressing for more answers, but their priority is the baby.
We want justice for Quentin, just like everybody else, and we want to find his remains so we can give him a proper resting place.
Thousands of people want the same for the baby, hoping he did not suffer, praying he gets justice and another day doesn't go by before he's recovered.
In the end, I'd rather know than not know, you know. It'll bring closure, but it's going to take a lot of time to heal that pain.
With this tragic turn of events, the community found themselves in an uproar. October 22nd, 4 people were arrested outside the Quentin Simon's house. Police say they were called out twice the night of October 21st to Bocoulter Road for complaints of people being disorderly. 3 people were blocking the driveway of the toddler's home, preventing people from being able to leave, according to officers. A 4th person was arrested on October 23rd for banging on the windows and doors of the missing toddler's home. A little more than a month later, since Quentin being reported missing. On November 18th, the Chatham County Police Department and FBI found possible human remains during their search of a Chatham County landfill. That following Monday, tests confirmed those remains to be human. Further tests are being done to find out if they are the remains of Quentin Simon. On November 21st, the police department and the FBI made the announcement of Leilani Simon having been arrested in connection to the death of her son. She is charged with murder, concealing the death of another, false report of a crime, and false statements or writings. Shortly thereafter, on November 23rd, a Chatham County judge denied Leilani Simon bond. She waived her right to appear in court for her first arraignment hearing. Now presently, October 9, 2024, juror selection began for Leilani Simon's trial. The jury will decide Simon's fate on that 19-count indictment, which accuses Simon of malice murder, felony murder, concealing the death of another, and making false statements. The state of Georgia began its trial of Leilani Simon on October 14, 2024. The following news clip is of Leilani Simon, one of her last interviews that she gave while the search was still on for little Quentin. Please stay tuned to Trial Watch with Demetra here on the Demetra Lit All Day channel as we dive into conversation, opinions, and perspectives.
Good evening, and thanks so much for joining us for the News at 11. I'm Dawn Baker. Leilani Simon, the mother of missing Chatham County toddler Quentin Simon, talked to WTOC today for the first time since he was reported missing nearly 3 weeks ago. Chatham County Police and the FBI believe Quentin is dead, and they are searching a local landfill for his remains. Police say Leilani is the only suspect in his disappearance and death. WTOC's Shay Schrader spoke exclusively to Leilani today.
I spoke with Leilani, Quentin's mother, about a number of things, including her status as the only suspect in her son's disappearance and what life has been like for her and her family in the 3 weeks since he was reported missing. I also spoke with her about what she remembers from that morning.
My kids woke up to me screaming, "Where's Quentin?" and running through the house. I ran and looked everywhere, inside, outside, just started screaming for help.
Leilani reported Quentin missing around 9 a.m. on the morning of October 5th. Since then, Chatham County Police and the FBI say they believe he's dead and are searching for his remains at a local landfill. Police say Leilani is the prime and only suspect in his disappearance and death, though she hasn't been charged with anything.
I'm here, I've been here every day since this. I am not running and I'm not hiding. And if something does come up that I am at fault, I will take myself to that police station.
And I will walk with her.
Leilani and Billy tell me they get updates in little Quentin's case mostly from watching the news. They spend their days waiting for a phone call with hopes there will be answers on the other end.
All we want is justice for Quentin Simon.
That's it.
We want justice for
too.
Quentin.
At whatever cost it is. We don't care the cost.
We want answers just like everybody else does. At the end of it all, we love you, baby Q, my little monkey, and we want him home.
Chatham County